Okay, so you click on this to watch a review on a cheap tablet. And here comes the Fire HD 8. It's $120 Canadian, and if you're broke, this is the tablet for you. It matches up with all your Amazon accounts, if you ever wanted that for whatever reason. Although, you don't do any gaming on this. It's not a gaming tablet. Now, there are some improvements from last year. It has the whopping 2 gigs of RAM, which is enough to power, I don't even know. But it's good enough, I guess. It's like an Apple where it has a very aggressive RAM management, surprisingly, because it's an Android tablet. It's based off Android 9, believe it or not. It's an updated processor from last year. Obviously, I don't think people who are watching this video even know anything about specs, but if you do, there you go. It is not a 1080p display, though. Unfortunately, it's kind of... You only notice it. It's only 200p difference, but it's 1280 by 800. You have front and rear cameras, which are both 2 megapixels. It's solid. I mean, Amazon's right. You're not using this for a camera anyways. I don't know why you would. And you have dual band Wi-Fi, which is honestly pretty solid. Now, on top of that, as an accessory you can get for it is this thing, the Fire HD cover. It's like one of those Apple ones you get, but except it doesn't cost you a down payment on your house. It's about 40, 50 bucks, depending on where you buy it from, on Amazon or on whatever retailer you're buying it from. Now, I got the 32 gigabyte model, and in denim. This is why I got the blue case. And here's what it looks like. Now, I don't know why you would get the 64, because this also has an expandable memory, luckily. I don't have it, I have mine ordered, although for roughly the same price as the upgraded 64, you can get a 128 gigabyte micro SD slot, which makes it worth it. Now, one of the bad things about this nice tablet here is it's made of plastic, which makes sense for $120. But it's not like that, how do you explain it? It's not like, like plastic was very durable and won't last or anything. Now, not saying this tablet isn't durable. Amazon does claim it's stronger than the iPad mini. It's really weird bragging, right? But if it is true, so be it. It scratches insanely easily. Now, for example, the screen protector. You can already see a nick here, right? And that's not obviously the case, but it's the only real visible thing I can show you. You get scratches similar to that on the exterior of this. You can kind of faintly see them there. There's one going across right there. Regardless, it is a solid tablet overall, and in terms of what you're doing with this, your choices are kind of limited. So, like, let me log in here. It's more so of a tablet for video streaming anything really. Like, for example, obviously it's connected to your Amazon account, and when you order this tablet, it actually comes up with your name. So if your name is Jacob, my name is Bradley, so it comes up with Bradley. Now, if you walk through the library, it tells you your recently used apps. So whether that could be, like, I'm watching Amazon Prime since I'm a Prime member, YouTube.com. One thing to also note is, for some reason, YouTube, the app, is not downloadable, it's just .com. You can port over other Android apps, such as Google Play, quite easily. Now, I'm not trying to make this a boring tech video because I'm a loser on the internet. And chances are, if you're buying this tablet, you don't really care about that. You're buying it for your kid to just watch videos like I did. Now, I came from a second-gen iPad Pro. And you may ask yourself, why did I buy this? This is 1/10 of the price of the iPad Pro. I bought it because it literally, you don't really need a gaming tablet. You can't do anything better on tablets than you can computers. I don't know why you would buy a tablet unless you're watching videos. And this is honestly good enough. Now, Samsung does have, like, comparable tablets to this for around the same price, but they're not updated nearly as much. Like, this will automatically update itself. Like, you'll see various improvements from your For You pages, which automatically applies to you. It's like your recommended apps. Home, which is just basically your app log, I guess you could call it. And your library, which is, I guess, Amazon services, honestly. And you'll get your books, your recommendations from Amazon. And if you have other Amazon services installed, like Kindle, like I don't use Kindle a lot, but all your books will appear here. And if you have Amazon Prime Video downloaded, it'll also appear up here. Although with Prime Video, since this is I guess a Fire product or Amazon product, all your Prime videos help show up on the top. The last thing I want to talk about this is battery life. Now, for, what is this, 120 bucks? You would think it'd be pretty bad. And you'd also think it's probably micro USB. Somehow, with the camera up here, it is not. It's Type-C, and all your buttons are arranged on the top here. Now, your micro SD slot for your expandable storage is helpfully held right, basically up here, top section. Now, I'm not taking the case off because it scratches so easily. And by the way, this is the screen protector for it, as I said previously. You can see how much fingerprints are on it. Now, even if you remove the screen protector, I don't believe, now don't quote me on this, I don't believe there's oil phobic coating, so be prepared to bring your lens cleaner with you wherever you go, because it's going to be a fingerprint magnet. Like, you can literally see how big it is right there. And the speakers on it, they're mid. You know, it's just 2 stereo speakers. They're on the top here. Now, you really can't cover them up. But like if you have your hands like this, the issue is it sounds like it's being covered. It's like those old iPhones from the early era. It is like the iPhone 4 with the bottom firing speakers, and there's 2 of them. It's all right. It's mid. It's like that one kid in your class, but like he gets average grades consistently. He's good. I mean, it's a pretty sexy tablet as well. Now, before we end off the video, you can quite clearly tell this is a fabric case. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. This is the first YouTube video. Don't blame me. No preparation for this at all. There's not even a script, actually. But this is fabric. Now, in terms of how it stains, quite easily, honestly. Like, you can kind of see one right here, which is, I guess, from fingerprints, because this is actually made of what feels like recycled paper or some sort of cloth. And this is just fabric from, like, I guess a couch, it feels like, honestly. Overall, I don't have a Doug score here, I'm sorry. I'm not that. But if I would rate this iPad, I've had virtually all the iPad products, from Minis, Airs, to Pros, to various Samsung ones, and now this one. I'm gonna put it on a scale. If you're looking for like a budget one, honestly, just go ahead and buy this one. As long as you're not doing any major gaming, like playing Minecraft, you probably could do, but don't try and play Genshin on this. It's not gonna work very well. I guess you could, but it's not designed for it. The purpose of this is to enter the lovely Amazon ecosystem, and it does that quite well. Because like, obviously you get all your Amazon apps. It's like those Echo things. There's also a mode on this to where you can literally use it like Echo. It goes on like an Echo Home mode where it has a screen and it comes out with like various assistant features. And that is all for today. I hope you guys have a okay day, and do not subscribe. This is a terrible video. This is mainly for a class project. But if you do, for whatever reason, even though I'm saying not to subscribe, I kind of appreciate it. And I hope you have an okay day. Thank you for watching.